Good morning, Facebook family and friends, and my loyal YouTube subscribers. Today it is March 1st, 2016. All right, so the Grammy, we just had the Oscar Awards where Chris Rock did, I think he did a fantastic job personally of um, creating humor out of a very bad situation of African Americans and Latinos and Asians being um, denied being acknowledged for their acting achievements and uh, stuff related to movie making, like production skills and stuff. A lot of We know that this problem has persisted for years. Jada Pinkett started the whole debate this year again. This is not the first time this debate has come up about African Americans and other minorities being denied, being acknowledged at the Oscars. This is not the last time we will hear about it. We will hear about it again and again and again. So that's the thing about this whole white supremacy mess that, we spend such a great deal of time discussing in the black community. Facebook for me has become a miserable place because it's post after post of white supremacy, old photos of African Americans being lynched, with constant reminders day in and day out of what has taken place over the past 200 to 300 to 400 years here in America. And so we seem to be so focused on white supremacy and racial problems and issues that we're so focused on that mess, we can't focus on how to survive in America today. So, let me get my coffee. Something very bizarre and scary about constantly sitting around discussing white supremacy and racial issues and problems that persist in this country, that have persisted for decades. Those issues are not going to vanish anytime soon. Every time I see so many black folks focusing on that mess, but we're not focusing on how to acquire wealth in this country, how to create businesses, how to master the stock market, how to master savings, how to save money, how to build a black family, a successful black family, and build wealth. If we focus on that if we could put our so much attention where it needs to be on something that can help us today in 2016, sitting around on Facebook or Twitter or any social media platform discussing what took place with African Americans being lynched in this country over the past 300 or 400 years, or slavery, or any of these issues, isn't helping us. Because we know this stuff took place. We know it existed. We know it happened. But to focus so much attention on this year after year after year and not focus on the here and now and how to financially get African Americans in a better place doesn't make sense to me. It's like the constant acknowledgement of white supremacy every day. I sit here and I read the stuff and I have to skip past all these posts after post, but I don't see anything that can help me now in 2016. Me sitting up here on Facebook or YouTube discussing white supremacy isn't helping African Americans move forward today. We know that there have been racial issues that are happening in this country right as we speak. But for me to spend so much time discussing, this is why I don't like these black leaders today, because they're not really leading us in the right direction. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with acknowledging what took place in our history our journey in here in America. But for us to sit here every day and discuss this mess over and over and over and over and not, I have friends that I'm helping look for jobs. I'm dealing with 30-year-old men who lack certain skills how to operate a computer. They don't even know how to upload a resume. But we so focused on white supremacy and the issues around it. Could that be we got to focus on today and how to help our people move forward now. We can't just keep focusing on what took place, our issues with race, because they ain't going no place. Racial issues are going to remain in this country to the day I die and beyond. If I had children, they'd still be here until they die too. But I wouldn't want my children sitting around here. You know them white folks racist. Yeah, they're racist. Then let's move forward. Get an education. Do something productive with your life. Besides sitting around talking about these white folks, because I can assure you, white folks are not sitting up in their homes talking about black folks. They don't care about black people. They never have. They don't care. They don't care about us. They're the least of our concerns. I need to shave too. But anyway, all this talk, all these people, black folks constantly talking about this racial disharmony and racial this and that. What can we do about it? We can't make these white folks love our asses. There's nothing we can do, so let's move on. Give me something tangible I can use today. Me sitting around all this discussion about white supremacy is not getting black folks nowhere. Our communities are still in disarray. I'm still seeing 30-year-old men not lack the skills to use a computer. They ain't been, it's just I'm dealing with people who from age 15 to 30 who lack skills to survive in this realm in the black community. But we so focused on the white folks. Are the white folks possibly responsible for some of this damage to our community? Yeah, they probably are. But we can't just keep sitting around here discussing this mess. At some point, we're going to have to move forward and start doing something productive for black Americans to get them back on track and get them on down the road. I'd rather see posts about computer classes. There are free computer classes all over Atlanta. You can go learn how to use a laptop or a computer skill. They have this stuff for free. I see it all the time, but we don't post that type of stuff. We're too busy posting pictures of black folks being lynched back in the 40s and the 50s. And we know this existed. And I'm not saying not to acknowledge it, but we got to start focusing on our future as black Americans. We got to. We got to start focusing on these kids. These kids need an education. No 30-year-old man in 2016 should not know how to work a laptop. All black folks need to learn how to operate a computer. How are you 30 years of age and you don't know how to work? And I'm guys, I've met so many people. I am 46. I'm not the most computer literate person, but I've been working with computers pretty much most of my life. So for me to meet people younger than me who don't know how to use a laptop, it's kind of like, where have you been? What have you been doing all these years? How could you be 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 years of age, and you cannot work a computer? You don't have a laptop? But you can get on Facebook, Twitter, on these phones. But somebody puts a computer in front of you, you don't know what to do? We have a problem. See, when you apply for jobs today, most jobs today, you don't really fill out no application. They tell you go to their website. We're moving to a world where everything is going to be done by computer. If you don't know how to operate a computer, you will be lost. So we got thousands of black folks who are getting left behind because they simply just they lack the skills. And that's what the problem is today. We're not getting the proper education to go out into the real world and survive. Sitting up in these black churches with these ignorant pastors teaching us about God and Jesus, a bunch of bullshit. Sitting around here talking about white supremacy and how they was lynching blacks back in the day or whenever. But we're not educating our people on skills. Because educating me about white supremacy ain't going to help me get a job no place in America. Yeah, thanks for telling me about that. I knew white supremacy existed. I've been living here for 46 years. Now, what else can you give me something tangible I could use? So we got to change our focus or we will stay forever lost as a race of people. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying we cannot acknowledge the stuff that's going on. Acknowledge it, but give these folks something tangible they can use today. Help them get an education somewhere to learn how to use a computer, a laptop, or some type of skill they can get a job. I don't care if it's pointing them towards how to get a CDL, driver's license, drive a truck, anything. But we got to stop this constant focus on racial disharmony in this country because it's been here forever. And it ain't going no place, no time soon. We got to focus on a way to move Black Americans forward. That's where our focus needs to be. Because sitting around here discussing these white folks and their racist ways, and it isn't doing any of us any good as far as I am concerned. We got to start focusing on something much more important. Building strong Black families. Making sure the Blacks understand the importance of an education. See, that's the key to survival. No education, you're not going to survive. You can survive in a racist system if you have an education. If you don't, you're doomed. We got to focus on giving our people, Black Americans, something that will help them survive in 2016. Instead of continually focusing on racial disharmony and stuff that took place over the past 400 years. We know it. We know what happened. Let's build a new Black Wall Street. We know the old one was torn up. Many of us know now that there was a Black Wall Street that was destroyed. Now let's focus on building another one. That's all I'm saying. If you like my videos, please click like, share them with family members and friends. Love to hear you guys' thoughts. Are we putting our focus on the wrong things? Just sitting around on social media and Twitter and Facebook and YouTube discussing the racial disharmony and all this, it's making me sick to my stomach because it's not getting us any place. It's not taking us nowhere. Anyway, I'm out. I'm about to get dressed. I'm sitting in my robe. It's kind of chilly in this apartment over here. I don't feel like turning that damn heat on. I'm drinking this damn coffee to warm my ass up. I'll let you guys thoughts and comments. I mean, it's just disheartening to sit. Every time I log onto Facebook and social media, and I see this stuff, I just don't know how it's helping us to move forward as a race of people. I don't get it. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway.